Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have such a fun topic. The top 3 perks to having a 7-figure travel business. This is such an exciting topic today, and I think you're going to be surprised by what my top 3 things are. I can't wait to share them with you. So if you want to know what the absolute top 3 things are to having a 7-figure travel business, also if you want to get some tips on expanding your travel brand, and if you want to just talk travel and have coffee, then keep on watching. That's what we're covering on the show today. By the way, guys, if you're new here, don't forget to take a moment to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell on YouTube. I put out content every single week to help you in your travel businesses, and I don't want you to miss a thing. And if you are new, you might not know who I am. Type a little "I'm new" in comments so I can say hello below. I'd love to welcome you to our community. But my name is Cyndi Williams, and I started in the travel industry over 27 years ago. I was just a baby at 19 years old when I started. I went to travel school. I worked for one of the biggest travel brands in the world. Today, I own and operate my own award-winning, nationally recognized travel agency, but I'm most known for being the CEO of Careers on Vacation, which helps people just like you launch, grow, and supersize your travel businesses all over the world. And today we are celebrating a huge milestone. And can I tell you, can we check out these mugs for a second? You guys know I love a good coffee mug. I mean, the sparkle on this, can you even imagine? So gorgeous. And look what it says on the back. $1 Million Club. We hit our $1 million. So I surprised my team and had these custom mugs made. Shout out to Bell Cups. You can find them on Instagram. They do all of our custom work for us, but I had a custom mug made for every person on my team to celebrate our big milestone that we hit back in July. And so this month we are really celebrating. We're so excited, and we love sharing with you guys how we do things. And so today I thought I want to get you inspired about what is possible in the industry. That's a big question right now, right? Like, is the travel industry viable? Is now the time to get in? Can I leave my corporate job? Is that really even something that is feasible? And I want to tell you, I'm living proof that it absolutely is. And it is a really cool time to get into the travel industry. Everybody's rebounding from COVID, and people need travel agents more than ever. So it's a beautiful business building year for all of us, and we're really excited about that. And if you are very, very new and you're just in that thinking about being a travel agent phase, I want to tell you about a free resource. You can go grab my free masterclass. This is a great place to start. This is where a lot of my top agencies that I consult with, this is where they started with my free class. So it's the 5 shifts to a 6-figure travel business and beyond. And you can go to careersonvacation.com/masterclass. Grab that class for free. It's just about an hour long, and it will really help you understand if the travel industry is for you and what it can do for you. But today we are talking about the top 3 perks when you have a 7-figure travel brand, right? So I'd love to ask you guys to put in comments, like, what do you think my top 3 is going to be? What do you think my top 3 are, like, what, or for you, what would your top thing be? Put it in comments for me, because I love to read. And honestly, when I started my journey and everybody thought I was crazy because I sold my other business. I left corporate and I was like, this is what I'm going to do. People were like, oh, well, you'll never make as much money as you did in corporate. And then when I had my first small business, they said, oh, you'll never make as much money if you're going to do travel 100% as you did in that other business. And the naysayers always want to tell you what you can't do, right? So I started in that dreaming phase, and I started with what would it be like, and why is it important for me, and what do I want for my life, right? That's when I started asking those questions. So I want to know for you what your number 1 thing would be if you could just snap your fingers and have something similar, right? So for me, I want to talk about my number 1 thing. And it is, nothing on this list is material. Like, yes, we have a nice house. Yes, we drive nice cars, all of those things. But it's not really about that stuff. Nothing, the things that are most important to me, and the number 1 thing for me is freedom. And, not being stuck to someone else's schedule. I worked a lot of years in travel industry where I worked in corporate and I was at someone's beck and call for fly here, go here, do this, train this, go this. And it was like, I love to travel. So at the time I was like corporate Cyndi and I was living the life and climbing the corporate ladder. But I look back now and I just go, oh my gosh, it was so restrictive. Like there were things I had to not do with my family. Or like I remember when my daughter was first born and I had to take a trip, like I think it was just at that 12-week mark. So she was still an infant and I was breastfeeding and I was like, this might be too much information, but I was like, if you've ever had a child and you breastfed, you know that you have to like carry the breast pump at the airport and you have to like do all this stuff to express your milk basically when your baby's not with you. And I just remember this lady stopping me in the airport because I'm in the bathroom, doing this right before I get on the flight. And she's like, that's so dehumanizing. I'm so sorry you have to do that. You should be home with your baby. And it broke my heart, like, because I was like already missing my baby. Like, well, it's just like, this is terrible. But I look back on it now and I'm just like, man, I wish if I would have done one thing for myself, I wish I would have done it sooner, right? And like created that lifestyle for myself earlier. So for me, the number one perk to being able to have is freedom. It's being able to build my business around my family. Like we never miss a soccer match. We never miss a game. We never miss a ballet recital. Like since we've had our own businesses, that freedom has, and even when we weren't making a lot of money, you get that freedom early on when you're working your business. And once you say no to the stuff you don't want to do, even when we weren't making the money that we are now, that freedom was so important. I would do it 1,000 times, even through all the hard years that we had to get to where we are today. And we, like last year during COVID, we went to Florida twice for a month at a time. Like in October, we went for a month, in February, we went for a month because the kids were virtual schooling. And my husband and I work from home anyway. Even if it wasn't COVID, we work from home. But because the kids were like able to virtual school, we're like, well, let's go to Florida. So we went to Florida, we got pictures, we did it safely. And, it was one of those things that we were able to do that other people can't necessarily do because we can have a mobile lifestyle. We can work from anywhere. We can take our business anywhere. And I think the other thing is too, like, whenever I was in corporate, it's like catch-up time was holiday time. I felt like sometimes I really actually enjoy the holidays now. So that's all bundled under that freedom thing, right? Because I get to put the things that I want to do first and build my business around it. So that's number one, is freedom. Number two, I mean, this might be an obvious one, but the travel perks, like, hello, I get to go on free vacations, discounted vacations. I get discounts. We've grown to the point now where people will call us for opportunities. They'll say, Cyndi, can you come out and see my resort? Or, Cyndi, will you do a YouTube thing for us? And so we get a lot of really cool opportunities, which is fun because I love to travel. There's nothing more than I love to do than go see a new property or stay somewhere new or be on vacation. So the fact that I get paid to do these things, it seems so ridiculous. Like, is that even a thing? Yeah, it is. It's so fun. And even when you're new into the industry, there's FAMs that you can take and there's free and discounted travel that is out there and available to you. In fact, we actually have a guide, secret guide. I'll link that down below for you. I don't remember the link off the top of my head, but we have a downloadable so you can see some of the discounts we have in the industry. So I'll pop that down below so you guys can have that too. The third thing is that I really get to do what I love every day. Yes, I love to travel. I've been obsessed with travel since I was 19 years old. I grew up in the Midwest. We didn't do a lot of traveling growing up because my family didn't have a lot of money, but we did like little trips like Cedar Point and Niagara Falls and like, Traverse City because we lived in Michigan. I live in Austin now. But growing up, we didn't do a ton of travel. The first time I got on an airplane, I was 16 years old. So like that, and that was a Disney trip. And that was my first time like out of the state. It was crazy. So, but getting into the, whole travel world, of course I'm obsessed with travel, but what I'm even more obsessed with now at this place in my life is showing people how to live the lifestyle I live, right? And that's part of like Careers on Vacation and like empowering people to inspiring them that it is possible, number one, and two, like teaching you how to do this in your life. So I always say like, how do you serve the world? Do you feel good about what you do every day? Do you love your job? Do you love what you do? Do you wake up like it's Christmas every morning? Maybe that's too big of an ask, but do you at least wake up where you're excited to do what you do? I get to wake up excited about what I do every single day. When I was doing things that weren't in alignment with my life's purpose, it felt like anxiety. It felt like stress. It felt like oh, I don't want to do this. Sometimes just being depressed about like, oh, I'm so overdoing. When I was doing stuff I didn't want to do, that's what it felt like. And that shows up in your body. It shows up through illness. It shows up through depression. It shows up in a lot of different ways. For everybody, it can show up in a different way. But I have to say, like, even my kids, like I did an interview with my daughter a couple years ago, and I said, what do you think of the differences since we let that old business go and we've been doing travel since me and Daddy have been doing travel 100% of the time? And she said, oh my gosh, she said, you're so much happier now. And so I think about that, like, what am I teaching my kids, right? So how I get to like show up in the world every day and do what I love. They always say, like, if you're doing what you love, you never work a day in your life. And the fact I get to empower people every day and show them how to have this fun lifestyle and get out there and travel and like build. Your business shouldn't be first in your life. Your life should be first in your life. And so, but if you have a business that can support that intention, that makes a world of difference. And so that's what I get to do. That's how I get to serve the world every day. And I just love that so much. So those are my top 3 perks. No cars, no houses, no fancy jewelry. Like, that's not on the list. And if it's on yours, no judgment, because those things are so much fun too. But in the heart of things of what's going to give you true happiness in your life, whatever that is for you. If you want to be a famous chef or a ballerina or whatever your thing is, like, I just encourage you always to follow your bliss into abundance. If you're doing what you love and what's in alignment with your life's purpose, I'm a firm believer that if you take that step on faith, that the universe will rise to meet you and help you. And I always say too, when the student's ready, the teacher arrives. That's something that we say. So if any of this is resonating for you guys, or you've wanted to get into the travel industry, or you've wanted to have this lifestyle where you can travel or be remote, or you can work from home. Maybe you have babies like I do. I am still a mom of 3 and they're going to real school this year. So I'm not going to be able to travel quite as much as I did at least during the school season. But listen, if that's something that you want to create in your life, to put your family first, have that freedom and do what you love, if travel's what you love, then I would encourage you definitely to reach out to us and learn a little bit more about our Careers on Vacation program. This is our 12-week mastermind, guys. You've heard about it, I'm sure, especially if you've been following the channel for a while. But this is my program where I will teach you how to launch, grow, and supersize your own travel business. And it's not just an e-program. You get to work with me and my entire team of experts. These are experts that are out of reach financially for most startup travel businesses, but because it's in a mastermind format, you get to work with the same team that got my business to 7 figures. You get access to those same folks. And of course, check out all of our amazing 120, 30 plus case studies we have right here on YouTube. Check those out. I'm sure there's a story like yours on there in that startup phase. So if you are interested in that, definitely reach out to careersonvacation.com/ready now. We are currently on waitlist. Going into fall is our most popular time to get into the program, because if you don't know already, first quarter in the travel industry is insane, and we are anticipating the biggest first quarter ever. The rebound, kind of coming out of COVID has been amazing for the industry. It's so promising, and we are expecting a huge busy season going into next year. So having all of this stuff set up ahead of busy season will set you up for your entire 2022. So definitely reach out to us and get on that wait list so you can get in fall. And I'd be so honored to help you on your journey and help get you into started on your path and on your way as you move forward. So guys, thank you so much for watching today. I wish you so much love, so much abundance. I wish you the world, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys. Here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out my other content to help you grow and scale your very own travel business. And also, I invite you to travel around the world with me and find out what I'm doing in my portable, profitable, award-winning travel business. Check out the videos.